This accusation, with the evidence we have, is very plausibly true. Ollie Watson was a young cab driver from the Sharp End. He and a friend offered two young black girls walking downtown a ride back to Douglas School, where Scott's wife worked. He took the girls to the countryside and brutally raped them. This happened a week before Regina's attack, yet the newspapers did not cover the rape or stir a mob to action with their words. Police lazily searched for him and arrested Watson 10 days later. Witnesses said that Watson had sported a Charlie Chaplin mustache all spring and had shaved it off days before his arrest. Scott said that Watson had groomed himself every day in the cell and showed him the marks under his chin where Regina's umbrella had cut him. The black community believed that if White Columbia would have cared even a little for the brutal rape of two black girls as they were about a physical assault on Regina, Watson would have been arrested immediately after the rape and Scott would not have been prosecuted. A few people on the bridge were rational. Some started to believe Scott, pegging him as a straight talker. When their doubt was voiced, the rest of the mob drowned them out, and people under the bridge said just to throw him over without a rope, that they would take care of him below. This is when Herman Olmsted arrived on the scene. Many people around Scott did not recognize him or even remember his daughter's name. This is how far gone the mob was. What started off as a white elite Columbia outrage at the attack of a young girl turned into a pack of people driven by irrational hatred and a primal yearning for bloodshed.
Blood on the leaf and blood at the root, black bodies swinging in the southern breeze, strange fruit hanging from the poplar trees.
The song you have been hearing in the background is called Strange Fruit by Billie Holiday. This song came out in 1939, but was written a few years earlier by Abel Meerspool. After seeing his picture of the gruesome lynching of Thomas Shippen Abram Smith in Indiana, he wrote this poem. He was able to get it to Billie Holiday, who agreed to sing it. Holiday herself was a victim of sexual assault in 1926 when she was only 10 years old. Like Watson's victims, nobody was clamoring to enact vengeance against the men who attacked Holiday. Meerspool became famous for not writing the song, but for becoming the adoptive father of the sons of Julius and Ethel Rosenberg. Shipp and Smith were charged with robbing and killing a white man and raping his girl, pulled from their jail cells by an angry mob. Local police could not stop the sledgehammers and crowbars, completely reminiscent of the ordeal Scott endured. It was later found out the girl was not raped at all. In both cases, the main cause of the hatred that spurred the lynching was the desecration of the idea of a white Southern woman. This would trace back to the Civil War, when the South's glory and grandeur was forcefully taken away by a Union victory, causing a culture to be obliterated. The shame of the loss of glory can be reflected in these lynchings, where Southern men believed themselves to be acting gentlemanly, defending a white woman's honor.
Here is a strange and bitter cry.
The likely real man who committed the crime, Ollie Watson, was in his cell, probably still shaking from his close encounter with the repercussions of his crime. He did not see the body swinging there in the morning. All it could possibly teach to whoever the audience may be was that mob fury was a very real thing. The consequences of that much manpower and hatred were permanent.